championship. It's been close all the way. Miesville scored all their runs in the second inning. The Aces battling back for two here in the bottom of the ninth. Corey Tower at the plate. Slaps that one. That's way deep. That's way deep. That could do it. That could do it. And the Aces are the 1993 State Class B baseball champions. Corey Towers. Hello, sports fans, and welcome to baseball action here with the Red Wing Aces taking on the Miesville Mud Hens. Hi, I'm Tom Feehan with promo video of Red Wing, proud to bring you this game here at Dick Putz Field in St. Cloud, Minnesota. It's the 1993 State Class B Baseball Championship. And it's a beautiful day here, Labor Day. We're in St. Cloud. And let's meet the Aces out there in the field. This is the second time that Red Wing and Miesville have met today. Pitching for the Aces, Chad Goring. Catching is Brian Sutter. Over at first base for the Aces, Greg Head. Second base, Jay Tower. Shortstop, Marcus Smith. Third base for the Aces today, Tom Lilienthal. Out in left field is Wade Shellstead. Out in center, Brian Halling. And out in right is Corey Tower. So here we are, leading off, Pat Paul. It's Pete Goodfellow leading off. All right, little change there. I had it wrong there. Pete Goodfellow leading off for the Mud Hens. Called strike from Goring. The winner here is the Class B champion for 1993. And that'll wrap up the state tournament this year. Called strike two. It's a double elimination tournament. Little low from Goring. So Miesville went through the tournament without any losses except till today when the Aces beat them 10-6 to bring us to this championship game. So winner take all. That's hit well to short. The play to first in time. So Smith to head, and there's one down here in the top of the first. Miesville going to be the visiting team batting first. This is Pat Pohl. Pat is a left fielder for the Mud Hens, batting left-handed against Chad Goring. One down here in the top of the first inning. Inside, this is the State Class B Baseball Championship. Red Wing won 10-6 here in a game started at 11 o'clock. An exciting game that Red Wing had to come from behind. They were down 5-2 at one time. Came back for, you could call it an upset victory. But here we are in the state championship. That's another hit one up the middle. Hard throw, gets him. So a lot of action for Marcus Smith up the middle. Two put out so far. Harry Davis, center fielder for the Mud Hens. It's deja vu all over again here as Red Wing needs 2 wins to win this championship, as they did in the section or region. No, it'd be the section Class B championship. Same situation. Miesville had beaten Red Wing in the semifinals, and Red Wing needed 2 wins, and they did it for the section championship, and here they are with a chance to do it all over again. But Miesville's got a thing or two to say about that. Last year's state champions, Miesville Mud Hens. Harry Davis. Called strike. 2 ground outs so far for Aces pitcher Chad Goring. In the dirt there. Three pitchers saw action in the first game for the Aces. Josh Bachtis went 3 1/3. Brian Price went 2 2/3. And Mr. Steady, Doug Tovenin, finished up for the Aces. A little outside there. 2 balls, 1 strike count. 2 down here. We're in the top of the first inning. Red Wing Aces and Miesville Mud Hands. We're at Dick Putz Field in St. Cloud, Minnesota. That's hit hard to second. That's Tower. That's a 1-2-3 for Chad Goring, and the Aces put him down. It's going to be the Aces' chance to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. We'll be right back with the Aces batting Jay Tower, Wade Shellstad, and Corey Tower. Go ahead.
Number 28, Jay Tower.
Jay Tower leading off for the Aces in their bottom half of the first inning. Mud Hens went down in order. Made a mistake there in the Aces lineup. We got Tom Lilienthal at short and Marcus Smith over at third, so that was Lilienthal making all those plays up the middle along with Jay Tower for a 1-2-3 inning. So this is Tower. He's a .343 hitter coming into the state tournament, and he's the Aces' second baseman. Called strike, 1-1 the count. On the mound for Miesville, B.J. Vertinen. Neither pitchers have seen a lot of action in the tournament thus far. That goes to without saying. They're pitching 2 games, a doubleheader basically today, and that takes a toll. The Aces came out with 3 of their best pitchers, and I imagine they'll still see some action today. Particularly the cleanup, Tovenin. The closer for the Aces, Doug Tovenin, should see some action. But so far, looking good for Chad Goring. 2-2 the count. Jay Tower batting for the Aces. That's hit well. It's drops in there. Base hit for Tower. Really sacked that one. And the Aces are picking up where they left off. They scored 10 runs in the first game to make this an all-or-everything championship. Wade Shellstad batting now for the Aces. He's a left fielder, batting .328 coming into this tournament. And the speedster, Jay Tower, out on first. No one out. Called strike. B.J. Vertinen. Throwing strikes there. Back a little bit. There you go. Here's the pitch from B.J. Just a tip there from Shellstad. Stays alive. 0-2 the count. Nobody out. Jay Tower on first for the only hit thus far. Sixteen teams in the Class B tournament. Red Wing got here with wins over Marble, Rochester, Prior Lake, and then a loss to Miesville. There's a hit down the line, fair ball. It's going to be extra bases. Tower goes into third, and he'll hold up there. A double for Shellstad, putting runners on second and third. Nobody out. Wayne Shellstad hit that on a rope down the third base line. Nothing third baseman could do for Miesville. It was Marceau. And they're hitting B.J. Vertanen pretty well so far. 2 hits in a row. Corey Tower, who's got a batting average of a whopping .467. The Aces right fielder coming up to bat. Runners on second and third. Nobody out here for the Aces in their first inning. No score. That one's hit. Should score a run. It does. Get the easy out there. The runners advance. 1 run goes to the Aces for an early 1-0 lead. Jay Tower comes in to score for the first run of the game. The RBI for Corey Tower. Runner now on third is Shellstad, 1 out. And Doug Tovinen. Aces designated hitter with a .333 average. Tovinen was 3 for 5 in that first game. Jay Tower was 4 for 4 and Corey Tower was 2 for 6. Shellstad 3 for 5, so the early part of that Aces lineup really provided the punch for the Aces win in the 10-6 victory here earlier today, bringing us to this game and the state Class B baseball championship. Neither of these teams are... It's fair ball. Long throw is in time. Dan Marceau, long throw to Tim Pachowski. Shellstad has to hold at third there, so Tovinen grounds out. Chad Goring now up to bat. Nope. Brian Suter. Chad Goring being hit for by Doug Tovinen, the designated hitter. So Brian Suter, Aces catcher, up to bat. He's a .349 hitter. It's popped up, out of play. Let's meet these Miesville Mud Hens out there if we can. Pitching is B.J. Vertanen. Catching B.J. is Matt Werner. Over on first, we got Tim Pachowski. Second base Jay Johnson. Shortstop Bruce Bates. Third base Dan Marceau. Out in left field, Pat Pohl. Center fielder is Harry Davis. And out in right field, Pete Goodfellow, rounding out the Miesville Mud Hens here in this 1993 State Class B Baseball Championship. The Mud Hens defending champions, the Red Wing Aces champions in 1991. So both these teams have been here. They know what it's like to win, and it's made for an exciting tournament. These two teams, 8-9 miles apart down in Goodhue County. They play each other 50, 60 times a year, so they know each other extremely well. 2 down. Swing and a miss there. Suter went flying on that one. 2-strike count. Runner on third here with 1 run in. Jay Tower coming in to score on hits by him and Wayne Shellstad. And an RBI fielder's choice from Corey Tower. Suter came around hard that time on his wrist. You could see it was a little bit painful. Granite Falls won the game preceding this for the 1993 Class C championship. And the winner here is the Class B champion, ending up the state amateur baseball season. It's Brian Suter batting now. Eagle catcher. Two strike count. Runner on third, 2 down. Just got a piece of that. It's Tom Feehan from Promo Video, proud to bring you this game. Chris Zimmerman, my cameraman, doing an outstanding job as always. We got some baseball action here, twilight. Called third strike, wraps it up for the Mud Hens. The Aces get one, and they strand one, so we'll go to the top of the second inning. Red Wing Aces 1, the Miesville Mud Hens nothing. Jay Johnson batting now for the Mud Hens in the top of the second inning. Called strike. Jay's a player manager for the Mud Hens. He's the second baseman, also the manager. Batting fourth, Mud Hens went down in order to Chad Goring, the Aces pitcher. That's hit well. It's socked in the gap. It's going to be at least 2. Cut off well. No, it's not. Going to be a close play. No, it's not. So we hold him to a double there, but a hard double from Jay Johnson. In the first game today between Red Wing and Miesville, the Miesville Mud Hens scored 5 runs in their second inning. Let's hope they don't repeat that today here against the Red Wing Aces. 1-0 our score. The Aces lead. We're in the top of the second inning. Runner on second now with nobody out. This is number 16, Tim Pachowski, the Mud Hens first baseman. A little outside. Two-ball count. It's socked in the hole. Might score one. It's gonna be a close play. No, he doesn't go. He doesn't go. Runners at the corner now. 2 hits in a row. Tim Pachowski comes through with a base hit to right. The relay in from Corey Tower. Holds the runner at third.
Number 23, Dan Marceau.
Tip down and avoid the bad light. Tip it down. Dan Marceau, third baseman for the Mud Hens, hoping to bring home some runs now. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Aces pitcher Chad Goring getting the signal from Brian Suter. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's a long one, a long run, a long run. It is caught. Unbelievable catch out in left. The throw back here is not in time. Run scores on the sacrifice. But how about that for Wade Shellstad out in left field? Boy, that'll make some highlight films. A solid RBI sacrifice from Dan Marceau. Put Wade Shellstad up to the fence, up to the green monster out there and left. And he made an amazing catch. Runner had to go back to first, but the runner at third was shocked that they had to tag, but that was Jay Johnson bringing home the first Mud Hen run. This is Bill Frederick, DH for the Mud Hens. One to one, our score, both teams with 2 hits. Runner on first, 1 out now. Runner's going, throws in the dirt. Long throw is not in time. Suter had to pull that one out of the dirt, and he bounced the throw down to Tower. And it's Pachowski getting a stolen base. Runner on second now, 1 out. 1 run in for the Mud Hens. Chad Goring with the pitch. A little outside. 3-0 the count. Let's see if Bill Frederick, the DH for the Mud Hens, gets the green light here. Here's the bunt. Called strike. Beautiful conditions here. Dick Putz Field in St. Cloud, Minnesota for the state Class B baseball championship. Up the middle. Runner rounding third. He'll score. Two runs now for the Mud Hens as a solid base hit from Bill Frederick brings home Tim Pikowski. And the Mud Hens have the lead 2-1.
Correction, Matt Warner.
Matt Werner up to bat now, catcher for the Mud Hens. Miesville won 4-3 in the semifinals of this state tournament. And then the Mud Hens advanced to the finals to face the winner out of the consolation bracket, which happened to be the Red Wing Aces, who beat them this morning. Oh, that's hit well. Long run out in center. Long run, but he's got it. Deep out there. That's Brian Halling. He hauled that one in. That was a well-hit ball from Matt Werner, the Mud Hens catcher. Fly to mile for an out. 2 down now, 2 runs in for the Mud Hens. Runner on first is Frederick. It's Bruce Bates batting now. In the dirt there, runner stays. Bates is the Mud Hens shortstop, batting 8th. 2 down here in the Mud Hens second inning. Aces have given up 2 runs on some powerful hits and some solid defense too to hold them to 2. Good stop there. Brian Suter got his chest protector out there. He says, let's settle down, Chad. My chest protector can only take so many of those. 2-0 our score, or 2-1 our score. Mud Hens picking up the lead here on 2 runs in the second inning. Here's the pitch. That one's gone. Way deep. It's hit through the... Can't find it. So they'll stop that right there. Can't find it. Well, why would they put a fence like that where you can't find the ball if it bounces in there? That's crazy. They say, all right, you find it. I'm not going to hurt my hand. Here, ball. Here, ball. Come on, boy. Get out of there. Well, that's crazy. That's a ground rule double. Possibly would have been more. So the runner will have to come back to third base. That'll be Frederick. And Bates will end up on second with a solid double. That one looked way out of here, but did not hold up.
The right fielder, number 3, Pete Goodfellow.
Now the top of the lineup for the Mud Hens, Pete Goodfellow, who grounded out his first time up. Runners on second and third, 2 down. Mud Hens picking up 2 runs on RBIs from Dan Marceau and Bill Frederick. Called strike. Goodfellow is the first baseman. No, he's not. He's the right fielder. for the Mud Hens. Little outside. 1-1 the count, 2 down. Mud Hens have runners on second and third. The ace is Chad Goring, hoping to pitch out of this one. Fork ball there, deep to short, knocks it down, long throw, no good. Run comes in to score for a 3-1 lead for the Mud Hens. Hit that deep at short, and Lilienthal had a long run, but made a gallant attempt at it. But Greg Head had to go off first base to get the throw, so runners will remain first and third with 2 down, and the third run comes in. Call that an infield single. Looks like Goodfellow hurt himself coming down to first base there. Okay, during that break we had a couple changes. Running over at first for the Mud Hens, John Poole in for Pete Goodfellow. And now pitching for the Aces, the Zoo, Greg Kazula from Dundas, one of the drafted players for the Aces. When you win or advance to the state tournament, you draft from the teams in your section and the best players. And if you win your section, then you get the best player, or you get to choose first. And this was the first man chosen because of that. Solid strikes. He averages 1,000 hitting too. Greg Kazula, right-handed pitcher from Dundas, now pitching in the state championship for the Aces. Slapped out. Runner's going to go to third. It's going to be a play here. He is safe. Just barely. Nice throw from Brian Halling. Just a little bit off the bag. Marcus Smith had to reach for that one. And just applied the tag a split second late. So the Mud Hens keep their rally alive. And another run comes in.
Next up, Miesville, center fielder number 24, Harry Davis.
So runners at first and third now. 2 down still. We're in the second inning. Miesville having another big second inning. Mud Hens have picked up 4 runs. You'd expect a slugfest here in a doubleheader situation like this, where you got tired pitchers having to throw 2 games in one day, and you can obviously throw your best stuff in that first game and come up with what you can that second game, and I think it's going to be a hitter's game today for this second game, and so far that's proven out. 5 hits for the Mud Hens, 2 for the Aces. It's called strike here. This is Harry Davis batting, center fielder for the Mud Hens. He grounded out his first time up. Facing Greg Kazula. 2 down now, runners at the corners. Called strike there. One ball, 2 strike count. Swinging a big bat is Harry Davis. Craig Kazula. Little grounder back to Craig. To first, and that's 3. So Kazula does his job. But the Aces give up a bunch. 4 runs on 5 hits. So here comes Red Wing. The Aces need another comeback. They're down 4-1 coming up for the bottom of the second inning. Here's the pitch to start out the second, a called strike. Greg Head batting now for the Aces to start out their second inning. He's the first baseman. Aces first baseman, 2-strike count now. Big cut there from Greg Head. Two-strike count. There's a 3-strike count. Second strikeout now for B.J. Vertanen. I believe that's his second strikeout in a row.
The third baseman, Marcus Smith.
Third baseman Marcus Smith, a .313 average coming into the state tournament play. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Vertanen. Little inside. The Aces were the Class B Section 1 champion. That gave them first pick in the draft and some other, well, bigger trophy, I'm sure. The same situation happening here where the Aces needed 2 wins to seal that championship in the section championship, and same thing here for the state tournament. They needed 2 wins to do it, and they needed to come behind in that first game, and they need to come behind in this second game. They're down 4-1 here in the bottom of the second inning, 1 out. Nobody on. Marcus Smith batting. The pitch from Tovanen. Outside and a good walk for Smith. The first one given up in the game.
Now back for Red Wings, the shortstop, number 4, Tom Feehan.
Tom Lilienthal batting now with 1 out. Could be a new pitcher for the Mud Hens. Let's see what we got here. Applying a little bit of makeup there for the pitcher is Bill Frederick, the DH of Mud Hens. That's for B.J. Vertanen. As the sun is setting here at Dick Putz Field, it's 6 o'clock on Labor Day. It's going to make for some interesting shadows there. I'm sure that wreaks havoc out in the outfield. So, all right, it's after 6. Called strike. Runner on first, 1 out. Aces Tom Lilienthal at the plate. Ooh, man. That was about an inch or 2 from my face. Interesting. Stay alert, stay alert. Makes things exciting here. 2-strike count now. Defending state champions Miesville up against the Aces, who were at one point in the season, I believe, were under 500, or right near 500, and came around to upset Miesville in the section championship, and now here playing for the state Class B baseball championship. Quite a story for the Aces this year. That one slapped, and that's an out, and there is safe. Just back in time. Smith sneaks back there. Hard hit ball by Lilienthal, but right at the shortstop. It's Bates. Made a nice catch and throw back to first, not in time. So 2 down now for the Aces and manager Dan Pleen. Brian Halling batting now. Batting number 9 for the Aces. 2 down, runner on first. Aces down 4-1. In the dirt there. 4 runs on 5 hits. no errors for the Mud Hens, and 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the Aces. We're in the bottom of the second inning, 2 down. Runner on first, Marcus Smith, and Brian Halling at the plate. Brian's the center fielder for the Aces. Watches a strike there. 2-1 the count. On the mound for the Mud Hens since the beginning, B.J. Vertanen gave up a run in that first inning. And 1 walk, 2 strikeouts so far. Little chopper, gonna be a hard play. Excellent play is what it is. Stupendous play at second base there. That's Jay Johnson for the Mud Hens with a super glue-like glove to scoop that one up and make the play. So the Aces strand 1 after 2. It's 4-1. Mud Hens over Aces. Jay Johnson, the manager of the Mud Hens, leading off their third inning here. 4-1 they lead over the Aces. Greg Kazula on the mound. He's been in this state tournament before for Dundas. Now pitching for the Aces. I guess you could call him an old-timer in this league. He's been around the block more than once. 1-1 the count, 4-1 the score. Mud Hens leading. The winner here is the state Class B baseball champion. A reach there from Johnson. Johnson doubled his first time up and scored the first Mud Hen run. He hit a gapper for a double in the first inning, or second inning, to lead off the second inning. Now he's leading off the third inning as the Mud Hens batted around in their second inning. Here's the pitch from Koulis. That's tagged out to right and caught. Boy, it looks like they fly a long way. Corey Tower managed to park himself under that.
Right there for you boys. Right there.
Now that number 16, first baseman, Tim Mikowski.
So 1 down here in the third inning. Tim Pikowski, first baseman for the Mud Hens, fakes a bunt, called strike. Chad Goring started pitching for the Aces. He went 1 2/3 innings, giving way to Craig Kazula. That one sliced down the left field line, should be playable. Shellstad makes the easy catch. He made a remarkable catch in the second inning to stop even more runs.
Number 23, Dan Marceau.
So 2 down now. Pachowski had singled before and had a stolen base. And Dan Marceau, who really tagged one, I believe he hit the one that Shellstad made the amazing catch out there. But Dan Marceau, he picked up the first RBI with a fly out his first time up. It's popped up, should be playable. And it is. Nice play by the first baseman, Pikowski, for the Aces. So a 1-2-3 inning. We like to see that from the Aces.
The top of the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base.
So here comes the Mud Hens now, or the Aces. They get to bat here in their bottom of the third inning, down 4-1 to the Miesville Mud Hens. Top of the order now for the Aces. Here in the bottom of the third inning. Manager Dan Pleen sending up his second baseman, Jay Tower. He singled his first time up. And scored the run, the only run so far on his brother's RBI ground out. So that's the only Aces run. 4 runs for the Miesville Mud Hens. We're in the third inning. Hit to first. Play all by himself. 1 out there. Hit well, but right at him. So Jay Towers down for the first out here in the Aces third inning.
Wade Shellstad.
Shellstad hit a solid double his first time up. He's the left fielder for the Aces. That one's hit to short. The throw in time. Good defense on both clubs so far. All solid putouts. So Shellstad's down, bringing up Corey Tower.
The left fielder, number 10, Corey Tower.
Corey's got the only Aces RBI. He hit a sharp fielder's choice ground out that brought home his brother Jay. Corey with a .467 average coming into state tournament action. He's the right fielder for the Aces. Nobody on, 2 down. Called strike. On the mound is, as has been from pitch 1 here in this second game, B.J. Vertanen. Hit to the pitcher. Throw to first. Got him. 3 quick outs for the Aces. And that mows them down in the third inning. So the Eagles are down 4-1, or the Aces are down 4-1. We're going to be up with the Mud Hens in their top of the 4th inning coming up.
Designated hitter, number 22, Bill Frederick.
Okay, the Mudheads now batting. Mud Hens here in the 4th inning. They lead 4-1 over the Red Wing Aces. Greg Kazula on the mound for the Aces in the dirt there. The Aces forced this game by winning the first round. It was a double elimination tournament. Miesville had gone through this state tournament undefeated. And that's hit to short. Long throw gets him out. So Tom Lilienthal over to head for 1 out.
Number 15, Matt Werner.
So Frederick grounds out, and Matt Werner, the Mud Hen catcher, comes up. Matt flied out his first time up. A little high. Dundas also has plenty of state tournament experience and state championships under their belts, and that's partly because of that man on the mound there, Greg Kazula, who's pitched well for Dundas in the past, and now pitching for the Aces here in this 1993 State Class B Baseball Championship. We're at Dick Putz Field, and they've turned down the lights. The sun is setting here on Labor Day, 1993. 4-1 our score. A little outside. 3-1 our count. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. 4-1. Miesville over Red Wing. Called strike. Full count now. Let's see what the Zoo comes up with now. He's got a small target there. And Werner. He hits it there. Threw some smoke on that one. Matt whiffed at it, and that's, I believe, the first strikeout for the Aces pitching staff today. 2 down. Well, we thought we'd see a hitter's slugfest, but 4-1 so far our score. There's been 5 hits by the Mud Hens, 2 by the Aces. This Bruce Bates batting. He hit a double his first time up. Shortstop for the Mud Hens. In then through the dirt. Good little backstop. It's going to really sproing back at you. I'm sure that makes for interesting plays at home there on pass balls. Something to file away. Here's a pitch from the Zoo. Not quite in there. 2-ball count. Red Wing forced this game with a 10-6 victory over Miesville earlier today. So not only have these two teams played each other all during their regular season and in their section 3 times they played each other, but now They play each other 3 times here in the state Class B championship. They know each other very well. Towns just a few miles apart down in Goodhue County, Red Wing and Miesville. Both of them baseball capitals in their own right. 4-1's our score here in the top of the 4th. Nobody on, 2 down. That's in the dirt there. Full count now. Lights are on here at Dick Puts Field in St. Cloud. The sun is quickly leaving us. That one's ripped. Good stab. Long throw. Super play by Tom Lilienthal. Reached back, pulled that one out of his hat. And the throw to head in time. Excellent defense. Again, no errors on either side. So we're seeing good baseball here between Miesville and Red Wing. 4-1. We're coming into the bottom of the 4th.
No runs for 4th inning. The designated hitter number 19, Doug Toivonen.
Looking at Doug Toivonen, the Aces DH. Takes the pitch outside for ball 1. Aces need some runs. They're down 4-1 to the Mud Hens. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Dribbler, it's going to be a easy play. So 1 out here in the 4th inning.
Now batting for Red Wing, the catcher, number 12, Brian Suter.
Last game, the Mud Hens came out with a 5-2 lead after 2, and they led 6-4 before the Aces came up with 3 runs in the 5th inning to take the lead for good. Now eventual 10-6 victory to bring us to this championship game. Double elimination tournament. Miesville had beaten Red Wing 4-3 in the semifinals earlier in the tournament. And so Red Wing had to come out of the losers bracket, and they did that to bring these 2 Section 1 Titans together again for the umpteenth time, this time for something for real. State championship on the line. 4-1 our score. 2 down, or 1 down, 1 and 2 the count. B.J. Vertanen on the mound for the Mud Hens. It's his Suter, slaps that one. Base rip. So the Aces get something started.
The first baseman, number 27, Greg Head.
Greg Head batting. Greg struck out his first time up. So with 1 out, the Aces get a runner. And that's Brian Suter, the catcher for the Aces. First baseman Greg Head batting now. Good cut there, but just fouled, tipped that one right into the catcher. Sounded like he tipped it, but Runner on first is Suter. Here's Greg Head batting, looking at that one outside. 3 hits now for the Aces, 1 run, 5 hits and 4 runs for the Miesville Mud Hens. Little high there. Little conference there with Matt Werner and B.J. Vertanen. B.J.'s pitched the whole game for Miesville. Now into the 4th inning. Runner on first, 1 out. Called strike. Full count now. Greg Head. He struck out his first time against Vertanen. That should be a walk. Oh, I misread it. It's full count now. So full count, runner on first, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning here of the 1993 State Class B Baseball Championship. The runner goes, and that's popped up, get back. He's got a long run to head back. And he catches it, good play there. That's second baseman Bruce Bates, or Jay Johnson actually, who's made a couple of sterling plays out there at second. And that was a nice play there to catch that one in the sun. Right on the edge of the sun and shade.
You'll have a phone call at the concession stand. Ron Schoenfeld.
Rob better get that phone call. 2 down now. Runner still on first base. Marcus Smith, who's got the only walk of the game. Batting now for the Aces. Left-handed hitting shortstop. No, he's playing third base today, is Marcus Smith. Smith batting .313 coming into the tournament. Brian Suter on first base with a single. He's been stranded there. 2 down. Little low, little low. 3-0 the count. B.J. Vertanen on the mound with the pitch. There's a walk, so runners at first and second now. And Tom Lilienthal, who flied out his first time up.
Now batting for Ridley, number 4, the shortstop, Tom Feehan.
No, I was calling him Lilienthal. Sorry about that, Tom. It's Lilienthal, no longer Lilienthal. So Tom Lilienthal with a chance here to bring home some runs. Tom's shortstop for the Aces. Runners on first and second, 2 down. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Oh, high runner. Safe. He's safe. Close play. Close play. Well, let me just tell you, it was close. And the Mud Hens are going to argue that one unsuccessfully. You can see that the manager is the second baseman. It's Jay Johnson. He was arguing a little bit on that, but no good. 2-ball count here. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. The pitch from BJ. Looks at it there, a strike. Lilienthal flied out his first time up with a .296 average coming into state tournament action. Aces shortstop gets the bat off that one there and just cuffed him there. B.J. Vertanen put it inside and cuffed him one for a 2-2 count. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Aces need something here. They're down 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Little Scroogey foul. Werner backs it in to VJ. Dick Puts Field here in St. Cloud. A beautiful day for baseball. Labor Day 1993. We just saw a Class C champion crowned in Granite Falls, and we're about to crown the 1993 State Class B champion. It's going to be either Miesville or Red Wing. 4-1, Miesville leading here in the bottom of the 4th. That one's hit. Little drooper in. It's going to score one. It does. Runners goes to third, and he holds up there. So coming through with a big rip, Tom Lilienthal. Not exactly a big rip, but a little blooper that scored a run. So the Aces come clawing back here with 1 run in the 4th. Suter coming in to score.
Now back to center field, number 3, Brian Holling.
Now runners at the corners. Still 2 down here. Ace is picking up a run. Brian Holling at the plate now. 333 average coming into state tournament play. Center fielder for the Aces. 1 strike there. Right down the pipe from B.J. Vertanon. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch from B.J. In the dirt there, and nobody moves. Good protection there from Matt Werner, the Mud Hens catcher. Batting ninth, Brian Holling. Hits one, great stop at first. Saved a run at least. Tim Pachowski earned his pay there. Solid play from the first baseman of the Mud Hens to stop a rally there. So 4-2 our score. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. Here comes the Mud Hens.
The right fielder, number 2, John Poole.
John Poole batting now, leading off the 5th. John replaced Pete Goodfellow. Poole came into that game after Goodfellow hurt himself, looked like. Did the right fielder for the Mud Hens getting to first base, and so John leads off the 5th here. Ooh, that's coming at us. Yo! Zimmy went to save himself instead of the camera. Way to go, Simmy. That's dedication for you. That was right over our heads there. 2-strike count here from Greg Kazula. We're in the 5th. 4-2 now. Oops, that hit him. It hit what? I guess it didn't hit him. 1 ball, 2-strike count. Here's the pitch from Greg Kazula. Slap foul. Staying alive is John Poole. Goodfellow had an RBI in his last time up before he had to go, and this is John's first at bat. 4-2 in the top of the 5th. Kazula's been in since the 2nd inning.
It's all rubber 36, don't worry.
Here we go, 1 ball, 2-strike count. John Poole at the plate. Greg Kazula with the pitch. That was fouled out. Could be. No play, no play. Staying alive, John Poole. Let's see if the Zoo can smoke one by him. Greg Kazula in a Dundas uniform, drafted by the Red Wing Aces after they won the Section 1 championship with the pitch. Looks good, but just inside. Full count now. Nope, 2-2. There's John Poole at the plate. That one's popped up. Should be playable. And is. Tim Pachowski makes the play over on first base. And there's one out here in the Mud Hens' 5th inning. They've been shut out here except for 4-run outburst in that 2nd inning. 1 run, well, actually no runs given up by the Zoo. All charged to starting pitcher Chad Goring. Same story last game. Mud Hens hit the Josh Bacchus early, and then Brian Price threw 2 2/3 of hitless ball, and Doug Toivonen finished up for the Aces. So let's see if the same thing can happen here. There's called strike. 1 ball, 2-strike count, 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. little outside there. 2-2. Grounder, second base. There we go. Jay Tower over to Greg Head. And that's 2 down now.
Next batter for Miesville, center fielder number 24, Harry Davis.
I imagine this is like the 8th or 9th time these teams have met this year. And Miesville's won the vast majority of them. But Red Wing seems to win when it counts, and they need one here. They're down 4-2 here in this state Class B baseball championship. Mud Hens Harry Davis batting. Davis is grounded out twice. That one's flied well to center. Backing up is hauling, and he hauls it in for the 3rd out. So 1-2-3 inning for the Zoo. The Zoo chant comes up from the crowd. As the Zoo man's in a groove here, shutting down the Mud Hens. 4-2, Red Wing down. They need a rally here coming up in the bottom of the 5th.
The Red Wing Aces. In the bottom of the 5th inning, the second baseman, number 28, Jay Tower.
Top of the lineup for the Aces. Called strike. Oh, what was that? Changed his call. Oh, it's 2-ball, 1-strike count. No, it's a 1-1 count, as I thought. Towers got 1 hit and scored the first Aces run of the game. He's a leadoff hitter, .343 average coming into state tournament play. Little bunt, could be good. Long play, it is in time, but by half a step there. Nice barehanded throw from Dan Marceau, the Mud Hens third baseman, to get the speedy Jay Tower, who laid down an excellent bunt down that third baseline, but by a half a step, did not beat the throw. Shellstad has a double so far. Wade Shellstad batting. He's the left fielder for the Red Wing Aces. 1 out now. Little dribbler foul. BJ Vertanen on the mound for the Mud Hens. He's given up 4 hits on 2 runs. He's in his 5th inning now. That one's ripped. Could be a nice stop, and no throw. It's good stop by Werner, the catcher. No. They thought he turned the other way, but no. They're not saying. So they thought that Wade Shellstad turned the other way and they were going to tag him out, but evidently not. And so he picks up a base hit. With 1 out, the Aces get something started here. This is the guy you want to see at the plate to get things really going. This is Corey Tower. Corey with a .467 average. He's got an RBI so far in the game today. Called strike. 1-1 the count, 1 out here. 4-2 our score. Red Wings the Aces have a runner on first. That one's slapped down the right field line, out of play. Corey Tower batting left-handed here against BJ Vertanen. Here's the hit. Just a tick there, just a tick. 4-2 our score. Run on first is Shellstad. 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strike count here from pitcher B.J. Vertanen. B.J.'s gone the whole game for the Mud Hens. And here's the pitch. Popped up, out of play. Barely out of play. All right, Corey Tower looking to do something for these Aces. 1 out, runner on first. Popped up a mile. Second baseman Johnson pulls it in. So Corey got a little under that one. I think he was thinking of sending it over that green monster. Here's the DH for the Aces, Doug Toivonen. Doug was 3 for 5 in the first game. He's grounded out twice so far today. Runner on first, 2 down. One ball to count. Here's the pitch. Little slow ball, little inside. 2 ball count. Aces picking up runs in the first and fourth innings. Mud Hens picking up 4 runs in the second inning. For a 4-2 lead, both teams with 5 hits. 2-1 the count here from B.J. Vertanen. Here's the pitch from B.J. Called strike at the ankles. Two and 2 the count, 2 down. Here's the pitch. Ooh, had him going on that one. Change up there from B.J. Had him leaning. So Toivonen goes down on strikes. And so do the Aces. They strand 1 and will go now to the top of the 6th inning. 4-2, Mud Hens leading over the Aces. Inning. Out ahead of him that time with a little fork ball, or pitching now for the Aces. 2 strike count. Little dribbler. Good grab. Long throw. Got him. Johnson argues a bit, but it looked pretty clearly like Greg had to come up off the base, but jumped to make the tag for 1 out here in the 6th inning. It's cooled down quite a bit here as the sun has settled in St. Cloud. Little dribbler to second. Pick up. Well, everything's been sterling. There's been no errors on either side. Very solid defensive game here from Red Wing and Miesville. That's tagged a long ways. That is in the fence. Be a long throw. I think he's going to hold with a double. And he does. A long double for Dan Marceau. The Mud Hens third baseman really slapped that one. That one slapped to short. The throw in time. So they do it again. Just those 4 runs in the second inning, the only blemish on an otherwise stellar game for Red Wing, but it's enough so far. 4-2. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Red Wing coming up. Hoping Brian Suter can start a rally here. They're down 4-2 to Miesville. That one's hit well. Long run for center fielder Davis. Pulls it in. One ball, 2 strike count, 1 out here. Ace is batting in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're down 4-2. All 4 Miesville runs in the second inning. That's a ripper at shortstop. Well, he put the metal to that one, but right at the Miesville shortstop, Bruce Bates. And that's 2 down now. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th here, 2 down. And the third baseman, Marcus Smith, with 2 walks so far in the game. This is Greg Head batting. Marcus Smith. And the pitch. He walks. All right. So the Big I Award again to Marcus Smith for his 3rd walk of the game. What's he doing right out there? He's the only guy that's walked for either team. No pitch. The sun is setting. It's gotten quite cool here. We started a sunny day up the middle. Johnson picks that up over to first. Good pickup from Jay Johnson. He's had quite a few today, the Mud Hens second baseman. So they pitch out a 1 there again. The Aces strand 1. We'll go now to the top of the 7th inning. Miesville winning 4-2 so far.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Well, it's the Mud Hens' chance here. Top of the 7th inning, the pitch from Zoo. Matt Werner batting. He's the catcher for the Mud Hens. Matt's flied out and struck out. Pops that one up high. Should be playable. Second baseman calls that one. That's Jay Tower. And if I haven't said it enough, we've had sterling defense on both squads with 0 errors and some outstanding plays. Good baseball. Hope you're enjoying it. We're enjoying bringing it to you. This is Tom Feehan with Promo Video. We're here in St. Cloud at Dick Putz Field watching the Red Wing Aces and the Miesville Mud Hens do battle in the 1993 State Class B Baseball Championship. They're playing a doubleheader today because Red Wing insisted upon it. They won the first game today in this double elimination tournament 10-6, forcing this second game. Little bunt is foul. The pitch from Greg Kazula. A rip to third, right in the glove. It's in the dirt there. Nice pickup out of the dirt. Marcus Smith made a great play at third to pull that in, and Greg Head with a nice play at first. Good defense. 1-1 the count. Little dribbler to second. Tower for the out, and another quick inning for Greg Kazula. The Zoo Master has put him down. He's allowed 2 hits and no runs in his 5 innings now. A standout performance for Greg Kazula here from Dundas, pitching for the Red Wing Aces. So no one stranded there. 4-2, still our score. We're going to go. Let's see if the Aces can pick it up here and do something in the bottom of the 7th. He's got only a couple strikeouts, but just 3 walks. Generally pitched a solid game for Miesville. Outside there, 1-2 the count now. Brian Halling, center fielder for the Aces, hoping to get a rally started. Went all the way around on that one for a strikeout. Not the right side. Anyhow, ball 1 the count. 4-2 is our score. Miesville with a lead. Solid. It's a nice stop and a play. Batting the ball down there, first baseman Tim Pachowski for the Mud Hens. Batted it down, made the play. They're making it look easy out there on defense. No errors on either side. And outstanding pitching performances from Greg Kazula on the Red Wing Aces, and we're seeing B.J. Vertanen. That's ripped. Could be in the gap. It is. Should be a double. Let's see if he goes for 3. He holds up. He holds up. Wade Shellstad picking up his 2nd double and 3rd hit of the game. Jay Johnson, the Miesville manager, decides to stay with Vertanen. And that's ripped off a foot, and he's out. He's out. That is illegal, unlawful, and immoral. It hit Shellstad in the foot. He was doing his best to try and block it from the shortstop's view, but what he did was hit his foot, and he's automatically out for the 3rd out. And that'll mean the batter will be batting, I think, again at the top of the next inning. So we're going to go to the 8th now, 4-2, Miesville over Red Wing. Here, Zoo's given up 2 hits, but no runs. That's a rip that is not caught. It's going to be in for 2. Nice attempt out there in left from Shellstad, but could not pull it up. Let's hope they don't call that an error. It was a nice try to get down there and make the attempt. Here's a pitch. There's a base hit. Davis goes to second, and he gets it. Ball slipped through the legs of Greg Kazula. And no play at second for Davis, so he ends up on second. That could be our first error of the game, and it is. A cheap one. Solid base hit from Harry Davis. Brings Pat Poole to third. Runners on second and third. It's nobody out. So the Zoo facing his stiffest challenge to date. He'd fly out and a ground out. That one's hit a mile in the air. Shortstop's got it for the first out. So Johnson flies out.
3-1, Clyde, your strike. Your strike, 16, come in.
3-1 the count. 1 out. Runners on second and third, and the pitch. There's a walk, loads them up. First time we've had loaded bases today. And they load him up for Dan Marceau, who's hit the ball well for the Mud Hens. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1-1 the count. Dan Marceau at the plate. Here's the pitch. Hit to short. Let's throw to second. Got him to first. Double play! Whoa, the Aces pull out a one there. Good play for the Aces there. A double play to wrap up the 8th inning. Let's see if that rally gets them fired up here. They've got to come out and score 2 runs. 4-2, we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Here come the Aces. From BJ Vertanen, who's gone the game. That one is almost playable. Is he okay? The catcher made a gallant attempt at that. Matt Werner just a centimeter away from pulling that one in. 2-2 the count, nobody out. Rips one out there, right at him. Right fielder, that would be Harry Davis. No, the right fielder, that's, we haven't quite figured out who their right fielder is. Oh, that's John Poole, who came in to replace Pete Goodfellow. We've got a good game going. 4-2 is our score. Bottom of the 8th inning. 3-1 the count here. It's BJ Vertanen. He's been on the mound the whole way for Miesville. That one's ripped. Could be over there. It's in there for a base hit. All right, getting things started is Brian Suter with a base hit out to right. We're at Dick Putz Field in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Home. I've said that already. Home of Dick Putz Field, I guess. And the 1993 State Class B Baseball Championship. 14,818 attendance for the entire tournament. A well-attended tournament run by the Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Association. And we got a dandy going here for the Class B Championship. That one's flied out. It should be catchable. The right fielder parks himself, pulls it in for the second out. That's John Poole out there in right. Marcus Smith, he's walked 3 times today. Looking for walk number 4. 1-1 the count. That one's hit. And could be, out. Nice defense there. Pitcher BJ Vertanen came out and Good play from Tim Pikowski, getting that deep hit from Smith, but no good. So we're going to go into the 9th. That clinging to a 2-run lead, Miesville 4, Red Wing 2. And Greg Kazula held the Mud Hens scoreless. Eric Schollenberg now at first base for the Aces. A defensive move by manager Dan Pleen, keeping Greg Kazula on the mound there, who's pitched very well for the Aces. 2 strikes now, 1 ball, 2 strike count here. We're in the top of the 9th. Miesville's clinging to that 4-2 lead. In the dirt there, the Aces sure would like to keep Miesville off the board here and keep it within striking distance. This is Bill Frederick, the DH, batting now for the Mud Hens. Bill has got an RBI single, his first at bat, and then 2 ground outs. 2 ground outs to this man, the Zoo Man. Called strike 3. He's out. We're into twilight here at Dick Putz Field. That one's ripped by for a base hit. Matt Werner, catcher for the Mud Hens, gets a base hit here with 1 out. Brings up Bruce Bates. And Bruce Bates at the plate for the Mud Hens. Facing the Zoo. Greg Kazula pops that one up. Looks like third baseman's got it. It's going to be Smith. Pulls it in. 2 down now. Just 1 error on either side. That was a slightly meaningless errant catch on a throw, but other than that, outstanding defense from both Miesville and Red Wing in this state championship game. Fans have gotten quiet. Well, about 19, 20 innings of baseball will do that to anybody. And some of these folks have been here for 40, 50, or even 150 innings of baseball. A lot of baseball here in St. Cloud Cold Spring, hosts of the 1993 state Class B and C tournaments. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Greg Kazula on the mound, and the pitch. There's a bunt that Kazula pulls down for the 3rd out. Did he pull it down? I guess he did. It sort of looked like it went right through, but we won't argue with him. So the Zoo does his job, and now it's up to the Aces. They need 2. They're down 4-2. Miesville leading Red Wing. We're coming up with to the bottom of the 9th here for the finals of this 1993 State Class B Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sports Incorporated of St. Cloud.
Well, we're down to 3 outs here. If the Aces can't come up with 2 runs or more, we're all done here in this baseball championship for Class B 1993. 4-2 is our score. Miesville leading Red Wing. Starting out with Tom Liliendahl. He's got an RBI single, fly out and a ground out. Tom's the shortstop for the Aces. Looks at a called strike here. This is B.J. Vertanen, who's a story of this game. He's pitched the entire way. And he's pitching strong here. 2 strikes. He can smell that state championship. That's low. We got Halling on deck, and then the top of the order with Jay Tower. After that, Aces need 2 to tie. 4-2 is our score. 1-2 the count. That one's hit. Could be in the hole. It is. It could be an extra base. He's in. He's going to hold it first. He's going to hold it first. Nice rip from Tom Liliendahl. Is it? Do you believe in deja vu? Is it happening all over again? Here comes the Aces. Tom Liliendahl representing Well, a run, I guess. At batting, Brian Halling, he's representing the tying run. If he puts it over that green monster, we're all tied up. Pinch runner in now. Eric Chandler in, running for Tom Liliendahl, who did his thing, slicing a single out to left that looked like it got away for a double, but he decided to hold up. And because the Aces need two. They need 2 runs to tie. Big base hit for Tom Liliendahl to start things out. He was down, had a 2-strike count, and really plugged that one out of there, plugged that one out of the hole. And you wonder how long manager Jay Johnson can stay with B.J. Virtanen. One ball to count. Runner on first. Nobody out here for the bottom of the 9th. 4-2 our score. A little outside there. No, I guess they called that a strike. Whoops. 1-1 the count. Runner on first. Brian Halling batting. He's the Aces center fielder. Brian's due. He's grounded out twice and struck out. Jay Tower in the top of the Aces batting order up next. Two and 1 the count. The pitch from BJ. That one sacked out to the hole. It's going to bring home a run. Oh, he fell down. He fell down. It's going to be a run down now. He threw it away. He threw it away. He was dead on arrival. Dead on arrival was Tom Liliendahl. Fell down on his way home. And the throw from the third baseman, the cutoff, was way over the head of Matt Werner. And you can tell the first error comes at a most inopportune time for the Mud Hens. They had played outstanding defense up until then. But that was a guffaw right there. They had him. They had Wade. They had Tom Liliendahl. And he resurrected from the dead. Tom Liliendahl brings the Aces to within 1 and the tying run on third base. Brian Halling with the big 2-baser. And the error puts him on third and brings home a run. Can you believe it? Top of the lineup now, nobody out. Aces need 1 to tie. 4-3 our score. That one's hit. That's going to bring home a run. Long ways. It's over his head. We've got a tie ball game. Jay Tower going to second. He's going to hold up there. We're tied. We're tied. And the Aces obviously happy with that. Jay Tower with a double. Four to 4 is our score. That's the 11th hit for the Aces. I think we're going to have a pitching change here for the Miesville Mud Hens. Wade Shellstad coming to the plate. Jay Tower representing now the winning run on second base. Nobody out. Boy, it's exciting. Glad you're here with us.
The right fielder, number 25, Wade Shellstad.
1 strike count to Wade Shellstad. Wade's got 2 doubles and a single, 3 for 4. He's got the hot bat for the Aces today. Jay Tower with a timely double on second base, bringing home the tying run. And a bad time for the Mud Hens to pick up their first error. Foul ball, foul ball. Nobody out here. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Aces have come back to score 2 runs to tie this up at 4-4. Miesville going with their starting pitcher all the way. B.J. Vertanen, and he's been tagged here. Tom Liliendahl started the inning out with a single. Brian Halling a double. Jay Tower a double. Now it's Wade Shellstad's turn, and he's had the hot bat today. He's owned this pitcher. Ooh, called strike. Called strike 3. Hit the outside corner there. Way outside. All right. Corey Tower coming to bat. 1 out. Let's see if Corey can bring home Jay, the brother combination, the Tower brother combination. With a .467 batting average. Ooh, big cut at that one. This is the Tower of Power. It's got 3 ground outs and a fielder's choice RBI ground out. 4-4 is our score, 1 out. Red Wing batting here in the bottom of the 9th. A base hit here, and we've got the Red Wing State Championship. It's been close all the way. Miesville scored all their runs in the 2nd inning. The Aces battling back for 2 here in the bottom of the 9th. Corey Tower at the plate. Slaps that one. That's way deep. That's way deep. That could do it. That could do it. And the Aces are the 1993 State Class B baseball champions. Corey Tower slapping a double, bringing home Jay Tower. And the 3rd run here in the 9th. An amazing comeback here for the Aces, the 1993 State Class B champions. Unbelievable.